Hello folks, Everchanger here, and welcome back to more Pokemon Blaze Black 2. Last time we had a very successful mass catching session, walking away with 18 Pokemon, including a couple that have eluded us for quite some time. And this episode is probably not going to be nearly as exciting, because we are heading over to the Relic Passage. So I'm going to restock my Pokeballs here if I can figure out how to use this interface. Derp. One thing I should probably mention is sometime relatively soon I'm going to be using a different controller for the Let's Play because, as I'm sure you all know, the Xbox 360 controller has just about the worst D-pad anyone has ever laid their thumb on. So I've decided to purchase one of those third-party Nintendo controller type deals. I'm not going to tell you which one it is because I'd like to give it a couple of test runs first and then give my thoughts on it. Basically what we're going to do. So anyway, we are going to be heading down here to the Relic Passage, and as you all know, there are two sections of the Relic Passage I have not explored yet. There is the room we are in now, which is the Driftvale side, and then there is the Central Room. In the Driftvale room there are 3 Pokemon I want to get, 2 through normal cave exploration and 1 via the Dust Cloud. If we encounter the first 2 Pokemon without getting the Dust Cloud Pokemon, I do have repels, just to make my life a little bit easier. So without further ado, let's see if we can find some of those Pokemon. Wow, that was actually pretty quick. Here we have Loudred. This is the evolved form of Whismur, and it has the unique ability of soundproof, meaning that it is immune to sound-based moves. A lot of people really like the idea of having a sound type in the game, but honestly it's pretty much already here. There are certain moves, most of them normal type albeit, that are sound-based and therefore are affected by abilities like soundproof. I find it really interesting how they did this. Anyway, let's see if we can get it. Nice. Critical capture for the win. Loudred was caught. The shockwaves from its cries can tip over trucks. It stamps its feet to power up. Very nice, very good stuff. Still working on that box 9. I think we're going to get to box 10 before all this is said and done. Anyway, a couple more to get. Back to the search. Nice. Graveler is the other Pokemon I wanted to find, and that also did not take very long, which I'm very impressed about. Unfortunately, Graveler is part ground type, which means paralyzing it is out of the question, so we're just going to jump right to catching it. Wow, one throw again. Very nice, I appreciate that. It rolls on mountain paths to move. Once it builds momentum, no Pokemon can stop it without difficulty. Very cool, very neat stuff. Alrighty, now there is still the Dust Cloud Pokemon that I want to catch in this area, which means I am going to be casting up repels and grabbing a whole bunch of Dust Clouds. Of course, that also means I am going to get a very big inventory of these gems, as well as the... what are they? The shards. Yeah, that's it. Hopefully it won't take too long, though. On to the hunt. Okay, for a 10% encounter, that took way too darned long. I flew through all of my super repels and literally had to go back to the store and buy 100 more. I'm going to enjoy catching this thing. It's a real kick in the teeth, too, because I had my chance at this thing back in, I think it was Chargestone Cave, and I totally blew it. So I guess I'm paying for that now, huh? Critical capture indeed, Dugtrio. There we go. Finally we got this thing. Its 3 heads move alternately, driving it through tough soil to depths of over 60 miles. Now, I don't remember too terribly much from my Earth Science class, but I feel like 60 miles is quite awfully close to where the Earth starts to get molten. But anyway, now that we finally have Dugtrio, we are heading into the central part of the cave because there are 6 Pokemon I want to get on the land portion of this cave here. 5 of them through normal walking encounters and 1 of them through Dust Cloud. However, this time the Dust Cloud Pokemon has a rate of 50%, so if it takes nearly as long as Dugtrio did, I'll probably rip my hair out and then cry. Alright, let's get on it. Well, I decided to take the opportunity since one of those dark spots in the water appeared, and here we have Barbage. Not one of the Pokemon I mentioned in the last clip, but something we need nonetheless. Ground type, so it cannot be paralyzed. Let's catch it. Very nice. Barbage was caught. Worth noting, if you fish in this pond, not necessarily in a dark spot, but just in the pond, this thing has a 100% encounter rate. No excuse to not pick this thing up just for the data. Its slimy body is hard to grasp. In one region, it is said to have been born from hardened mud. Interesting stuff, although probably untrue. I doubt anything can be born of mud. Anyway, back to the hunt. Ooh, I am glad this thing showed up. This is Rhydon. It has a 2% encounter rate. Very, very happy this thing showed up first. Something I feel like I need to mention. Anyone who downloaded this hack, of course, knows that a document with wild encounter lists comes with it. And wow, we caught it in one throw. That's incredible. A document with wild encounter lists comes with it. I've mentioned this thing several times in the past, especially recently. Rhydon is not listed for this area on the document. In its place, Swoobat is listed. No clue what's up with that, but I looked into the data and Swoobat does not appear in this area, so do not go looking for it. Standing on its hind legs freed its forelegs and made it smarter. It is very forgetful, however. However, it does know how to surf, which is pretty freaking awesome. For that reason alone, I think Rhydon is a very good pick. Fun fact also, Rhydon is the first Pokemon ever created. Look it up. Are you kidding me? Another one? Seriously? That's amazing. And we're going for the Dust Cloud Pokemon next, it seems. Very odd order the game has decided to give these to me in. Anyway, here we have Excadrill, the evolved form of Drillbur. Once again, unparalyzable, so we're going straight to the catching. Very good. Excadrill was caught. Making good progress. Going real quick. Forming a drill with its steel claws and head, it can bore through a steel plate no matter how thick it is. Very good. Very, very nice. Alrighty, now that we've gotten all the rarer ones out of the way, can I please get the common ones? I mean, really. Ooh, here's a nice one. This is Pupitar. 4% encounter rate, so I'm really happy this one showed up quickly as well. Pretty sure this one can be paralyzed, so we're gonna do that. Oh wow, it actually can't. Huh, I guess it doesn't become dark type until it evolves. Ah well, this is the evolved form of Larvitar, if anyone was curious. Very nice. Pupitar was caught. Just saying, I really like this thing's evolution, and I hope we get to it soon. This pupa flies around wildly by venting with great force the gas pressurized inside its body. And yes, I am sure there are jokes to be made about that. Alright, let's see what's going to show up next. We're actually catching these things in order from least to most common at the current rate we're going. And the streak continues. Here we have Mawile. Pure Steel type in this generation and those before. Disnot? Sometimes I wonder if I actually have a speech problem. Does not gain the Fairy type until Generation 6. And of course does not have its Mega Evolution here either. Anyway, let's try and catch it. First throw, I appreciate that greatly. Add even more data to our Pokédex. Attached to its head is a huge set of jaws formed by horns. It can chew through iron beams. Now that is scary. I would not want to be in between those jaws. Ugh. And the streak is broken. There is one Pokemon rarer than this that we do not have. But either way, it is, of course, something we do not have, which means I would like to paralyze it and then catch it. This is Machak, one of the classic ones, evolved form of Machop. And anyone who's been watching the Japanese main site recently, as I believe I've already mentioned, there's an interesting secret that those, tights holds. Let's catch it. Of course the critical capture fails, but the very next regular throw I catch it. This game, man. It happily carries heavy cargo to toughen up. It willingly does hard work for people. Very good, very cool. Alrighty, one more to go before we have to go back in the water. Let's do this. A third one? Really? Oh, this is brilliant. Four? I swear to you guys, this is a 2%. I checked the data. Man. There we go, in a world where Rhydon shows up 4 times before I get this 5% encounter. What is up with that? This is Sableye. A lot of people view this thing as sort of a counterpart to Mawile because they were version exclusive, I believe, when they were introduced. And they are both found in the same area, and they are both single stage, and now they both have Mega Evolutions. Although those were introduced in different games, but I think the point still stands well enough. Interesting thing is, Sableye is one of 2 Pokemon in this particular game that have no weaknesses, and that is not caused by ability. It's purely based on type. Anyway, let's catch it. Very nice. One throw. I like that. It hides in the darkness of caves. Its diet of gems has transformed its eyes into gemstones. I imagine the intermittent stages of that transformation were quite painful. And oh, box 10! We're on box 10, everybody. Alright, there is one more Pokemon I would like to catch in this area, and it is a Dark Spot fishing Pokemon. Luckily, I checked, it's got a 10% encounter rate, so hopefully it won't be too terribly brutal, so let's see if we can find it. That did not take long at all. I am very, very happy with that. Here we have Whiscash, the evolved form of Barbage, and like Barbage, cannot be paralyzed with Thunder Wave. Fun fact about this Pokemon: you people thought Team Rocket versus Team Plasma was the first Pokemon episode to get banned due to an earthquake. That is not true. The, I want to say, either 100th or 101st episode of Pokemon Advanced Generation, which was going to feature Whiscash, was actually banned due to an earthquake in, I want to say, 2005? 2004, 2005, somewhere thereabouts. Pretty interesting trivia. The Team Rocket versus Team Plasma thing is not unprecedented, and of course it rolls a Magnitude 9. Jump cut to catching it. And next throw gets it. Very good. Whiscash was caught. It is extremely protective of its territory. If any foe approaches, it attacks using vicious tremors, as witnessed just a moment ago. Man, box 10, that is insane. Now that actually concludes every single Pokemon I wanted to catch in this episode. Might seem like a little bit of a low number, but I sort of had to have one low episode in this set to avoid having an extremely high episode in the set, so that's what we're going to have to do. But anyway, this will be the subject of next episode, the lower floors of the Relic Castle. Very, very nice. So, this past episode of Pokemon Blaze Black 2, we caught 11 Pokemon, those being Loudred, Graveler, Dugtrio, Machak, Mawile, Sableye, Pupitar, Rhydon, Excadrill, Barbage, and Whiscash. And next time on Pokemon Blaze Black 2, we are going to be catching quite a few Pokemon down here in the Relic Castle, and in some other areas as well. So without further ado, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time!